Hey, are you there?
Hey, welcome, Jay. What's
All
up?
right. Not too much, man. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. All right, Jay. I got the perfect topic. All right.
Okay.
I have to know. All right, the people have to know, Jay. What is your favorite Pokemon game?
Yo, are you talking about like all time?
All time.
Okay. All time, that's easy. Pokemon X.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Why?
You said why?
We want to know, Jay. We want to know.
Okay. First, I want to say sorry if you hear my daughter in the background. Uh, yeah, she's turning 2 soon, so yeah,
No.
yeah. So sorry, she's just really attention wanting. Um,
Mm,
but okay, so
he's trying to be
Pokemon.
the third in this podcast right now.
I know, man. She's like, yo, I want my spot, man. All right. So first of all, Pokemon X, simply because I was out the game for a while, Jay, and Pokemon X literally revived my Pokemon spirit. It literally brought me back to the game, right? It brought me back. And before that, so that was in 2013, no, 2016. And before Pokemon X, the last time I played was the release of Diamond and Pearl.
Damn. So yeah, see, so you missed black and white too. You missed all of Unova.
Yes, that is true.
Oh, and if the last time you played was Dominant Pro, you missed Hard Gold, Soul Silver. But I guess that's fine if you played the original Gen 2.
Yes, because I think I told you before. I started off on Crystal.
Yep.
Yep. Um, and the good thing is, the way technology works is, even though I missed it from when it was like the hottest thing out, I currently have those games. I just got to play through them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's what's up, Jay. That's what's up. So what? Okay, well, is there anything else about X and Y? Is it? It's just
Oh,
how
you
did
want, you
it
want me to give you a
revive?
list?
Yeah, I gotta know, Jay. We gotta know.
So you're saying I have the green light to go in depth.
Go in depth, Jay. Let's hear
All
it.
right. Yo, get your popcorn ready, Jay. All right. So X and Y, right? You have not only, oh my gosh, not only is the story amazing, bro, they revolutionized Pokemon, in my opinion, right? And this whole podcast, I'm assuming, is facts with a little bit of spice, aka opinion, right? Because we not only are we doing a podcast, but we're also an the consumers of the franchise, right? So we can have our own thoughts on certain things. So, in my opinion, it revolutionized Pokemon, and for a couple reasons. All right, and correct me if I'm leaving anything out, Jay. All right, because I'm sure there's other stuff that you might be thinking about that I didn't think about yet. But number one, Mega Evolution.
Yes, the
That
biggest
was,
thing that happened to the franchise since fucking ever.
bro, since bread and butter. Like bro, it literally, it like, what's that word? Revitalized. It like
Yes,
revitalized the whole system. People saw that Mega Evolution, that Mega Lucario. They're like, oh snap.
bro, Jay. Listen, Mega Evolution was as big as okay. If we're talking like in order of revolutionizing, just revitalizing everything in regards to Pokemon, I would say the first big step was adding in EVs and IVs officially, right? And then after that, I would say literally adding in special attack, special defense.
Yes. Um.
And then shoot, after that, probably straight to Mega Evolution, because we had other things like, the addition of Steel type. We had things like the addition of, held items too. That was another big one. But I mean,
Yes.
Mega Evolution, dude, that straight up turned certain Pokemon that were unviable, like Mawile, Pidgeot, Beedrill, into literal like OU threats. Some even Uber threats now.
Yes, bro. If you notice, right? I don't mean to get a little bit off topic here, but if you notice, the Pokemon Company, and I guess you could also, well, you have to credit, Game Freak, but both of them, as first of all, this duo of developer and franchise,
Mm-hmm.
so phenomenal. So phenomenal, right? Think about it like this. What happened when because I think we were just talking about this. What happened when Diamond and Pearl had so many glitches, right? They heard the community, right? And they're like, "Dang, we gotta make this up to them. We can't just do our community like that." So, bam,
Right.
they came up with Pokemon Platinum, right? And Pokemon franchise, and especially Game Freak too, because they're equally accredited. They're notorious for spicing it up. You know what I mean? Like when it feels like it's getting a little repetitive, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
Gen 1, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing unless you want to, but Gen 1, right? Oh, sorry, my daughter's playing with a pot right now. Sorry.
Nah, you good. You good.
So Gen 1, right? Yo, wait one second. I'm taking this from her because that's way too loud. Hey, there's multiple toys in the house. You don't need to play with a pot and pan. Come on.
I want this one.
Yo,
Allow
I
pot.
choose you.
Bro.
Okay, so Gen 1, right? You have the like what was the issue with Gen 1? No special defense, right? So
Correct. Yep.
so
You didn't have a
literally,
feature split. Yeah.
bro, literally Alakazam would dominate.
Broken. Psychic types, period. All
Yeah.
of them.
So with that being said, right, I feel like a lot of people loved obviously Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. But
Mm-hmm.
if you remember, there's like multiple things that you can accredit the success of Gen 2 games, right? But one thing I feel like it completely and correct me if I'm wrong, actually, because now I'm thinking about it, I might be getting it mixed up with Heart Gold, Soul Silver. But the introduction of shinies, was that in original Gen 2, Jay?
I believe that came right in Gen 2 and
Yes.
Crystal, in fact, specifically Crystal.
Yeah, because it wasn't in
Oh,
regular Gold and Silver, right?
if I'm correct, yeah, that was specifically in Crystal.
Okay.
Um,
Because I was going to say, I know as a community, I know myself, right? Because I had to go back and replay Heart Gold, Soul Silver. But I told you I started off on Crystal.
mhm.
And bro, I just remember when I was like 8 years old playing this phenomenal, beautiful masterpiece, right? And I know everybody listening can definitely, account for this. When you did that playthrough of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, or Gold, Silver, or Crystal, right? Depending on which one this particular scenario is introduced in. When you got to, correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, I think it's called the Red Sea.
Oh, the Lake of Rage, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, Lake of Rage. Yeah, actually it is. Yeah, when you get to that Lake of Rage and you see that red Gyarados, man,
Red Gyarados, bro, that blew everybody's mind.
everybody was like, "Yo,
Everybody's mind.
what is going on right now?" So back to what I was saying, that ties in what I was getting at is that they always have a way to reel the consumers or the audience back in where it
Hmm.
doesn't get too old. They always spice it up. And Pokemon X with Mega Evolution, not only did it introduce a whole new storyline just off of that alone, but it also changed the competitive scene tremendously.
Yes, Jay. Yes,
Tremendously.
straight facts.
So another huge thing for me personally, and I feel like this was actually one of the actually to this day. Besides, if you can include Sword and Shield, but at the time, Pokemon X and Y came out what 2013, right?
Somewhere
So
around there, yeah, something like that.
yeah, so if you got to account for this too during that particular era, right? What other game had so many catchable Pokemon in it? There wasn't any. There literally wasn't any, right? That game had, I believe at the time, there was, if I'm not mistaken, I believe at the time there was like around 800 Pokemon, right? That game itself,
I don't know about 800, maybe like 600.
was it 600?
I think it was 600, not 800, not yet.
Bro, that game itself had like 90%. I'd say no, a solid 80 to 85% of the whole Pokemon line, right? Like 80% of all species. And they were catchable. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that was a huge, crazy thing for me. Also, That was one. I played the post game for Firewood and Leaf Green, but X and Y is when I actually like really paid attention and got into the story of the post game. And you can't leave Detective Looker out, man.
The Looker missions, bro.
The Looker mission. That's where it was at, Jay. That's where all the grinding really came into play. You know what I mean?
Hey, but Jay, since we're on the post game, right? Refresh my memory. Wasn't X and Y's post game kind of weak other than the Looker missions? I know we had the battle mansion, or did we have the battle tower?
Okay, so for Pokemon X and Y,
yeah,
you had Sun and Moon introduced the battle tower or the battle tree. Sorry,
battle tree. Sun and Moon had the battle
X
tree.
and Y, the main post game of it, and it wasn't that long, right? But and actually, okay, I'll get in that part in a second. It wasn't that long, and it was mainly for the Looker missions, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you did have, I want to say it was called the Battle Mansion or
Yeah,
something like that.
that's what I thought it was, the battle mansion. Yeah, battle mansion. Amazing.
I believe it was a Battle Mansion, right? Yeah. And so my thing is, right, even though, yes, the post game was considered quote unquote weak due to like other post games that we've had previously, but X and Y's post game, as short as it was, it was like you're used to reading novels, and then you get X and Y post game, which is a short story, but it was still so good.
It's the special, Jay. It's the short special thing. Yeah.
Yes, it was so good, man. They wrapped it up really nicely, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's another thing too, is I've had my fair share of playing through games for Pokemon, and X and Y. When I beat the game, this is the main story, and then I beat the post game, I truly felt like I was like the Pokemon champion in that region. You know what I mean? As like the casual kind of player at the time for story mode. Like I actually truly felt like I beat the whole game. But like there's a few other games. Can't really think of them on top of my head. Maybe like Pokemon Yellow, where I beat it, and I'm just like, I didn't feel as accomplished. You know what I mean?
Right.
If that makes sense. And that was just my personal opinion. I'm sure there's other people that like beat Pokemon Red or Yellow, Blue, and they felt like they're on top of the world. But for me, it was Pokemon X that really did it.
Gotcha, Jay. But bro, Jay, there's more to X and Y that it did. Bro, Jay, listen. It introduced fairy types.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes. Because before Gen 6, before X and Y, literally Dragon types dominated the metagame. They literally dominated. Hydreigon, Garchomp, Kyurem, literally any Dragon type pretty much, right? They dominated. And there was pretty much almost no counter. There was counters, Steel types, or a Dragon type, or Ice types, but we all know using an Ice type against a Dragon type, especially then, was nowhere near as viable as it is now.
Right? But yeah. With that being said, what Ice types were even viable in the meta back then?
Bro, literally the only thing I can think of is probably like Abomasnow. Honestly, that's about it. Abomasnow, maybe.
You also have Mamoswine.
Yeah, Mamoswine.
Because Mamoswine was really popular during Gen 5, right?
You're right. Yeah, Mamoswine too.
So with that being said, though, if I'm not mistaken, Mamoswine's base speed is I think 110, and then if I'm not mistaken, it's like 110, and then Garchomp's is what? You know what I'm saying? So that Garchomp is gonna one hit, bro.
Exactly.
You and don't even get me started. If you were to set up Swords Dance, bro, it's over.
But that's why fairy types was so good, because it literally, bro, the metagame was honestly starting to get kind of stale, because it was just dragon types. But Jay, you could argue that fairy types were too strong, though. Even now, you could argue that.
Yeah, you can. And if you remember, right, who was? Because maybe I'm not thinking about it, but I'm thinking about one particular mon, right, that just dominated the meta once X and Y came out, and that is Sylveon.
Hey, everybody. So, unfortunately, we had to cut the recording short right there because of some technical difficulties in regards to our recording software. But there will definitely be more coming in the future. Stay tuned.